Alright, so with Batman v Superman having come out on Blu-ray, I thought it would be a good time to go back and look at exactly who would win in a fight, Batman or Superman, and why. And of course, you know what that means, it's gonna be a two-parter. So if you want to go ahead and check out my other video, just go ahead and click right there in the middle of your screen. Now look, it's painfully obvious to see why Batman would crush Superman in any given fight. Let's start with this point. Batman is well known to be a character with tons and tons of plans and countermeasures for every superhero and supervillain in the DC universe, and Superman is no exception. By this point in time, if Batman were to go all out and use every single plan that he had to his advantage, it would be near impossible for Superman to think up all the different ideas and all the different ways to get around Batman's countermeasures, assuming of course that Superman is well informed of the fight beforehand and actually decides to get prepared. Even going along with the plans, Batman also has to utilize this next point. Batman's habit of using specialized gadgets in fights always mixes up the battlefield, and he would need to use all of these in a fight against Superman. Now across the multiverse, any fight between these two, Batman has gone and used guns, strength-enhancing devices, which I'll get into later on, lead-based smoke grenades, a city's power supply, kryptonite, red sun radiation devices, and a ton of other things to help put Superman in his place. Now despite what a number of Superman fans might think, the Man of Steel actually does have limits and can absolutely be beaten to death if you hit him hard enough. So naturally, Batman's taken to utilizing this next point. The Dark Knight has gone and used a ton of power suits in the past. Two of the better known examples are the Dark Knight Returns suit, a variant of which was recently seen in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. However, this thing wasn't really so much more than a durability and strength boosting device, but it did pack quite a wallop and knock Superman around a good bit. However, this one pales in comparison to my personal favorite, the Scott Snyder Justice Buster suit. On top of all the other gadgets it had to counteract all the other Justice League member abilities, this suit had a ton of stuff a Man of Steel opponent would need. Kryptonite capsules near the mouth so you could spit it in his face if he got through all the armor, miniaturized red suns in the knuckles to punch Superman with, options to counteract heat vision and freeze breath, and it was one tough piece of machinery to boot. Now of course Batman did say that Superman going all out would destroy the machine no problem. However, you have to remember, Superman's not actually going to go all out against Batman.
Stay down! If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
Now this is a point I'm going to get into later, so just keep that in mind for right now. And of course, if all else fails, Batman could just use this next point. Batman being who he is, it wouldn't be hard to find any magic items to use against Superman. We all know that Superman isn't exactly resistant to magic like he is to everything else, so Batman could just get something magic from one of the many people in the DC universe with magic items, and then just use that against Superman. This entire list, of course, is also ignoring just that classic just use kryptonite routine that Batman always uses on Superman. Now probably the most important thing to keep in mind here is that Superman can never and will never go all out on Batman. I don't necessarily mean Superman will never try to kill Batman, which he won't, but instead he'll never actually take a fight with Batman as seriously as Batman does. There are lines Batman will cross that Superman won't come anywhere near. It's like Batman said in issue number 612 of his own comic, even more than the kryptonite, he's got one big weakness. Deep down, Clark's essentially a good person, and deep down, I'm not. What does that tell you? Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to click that like button, maybe leave me a comment while you're at it, and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to check out any of my social media pages. I've got a Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All those links are going to be in the description below. And I've also got my last video right there in the middle of your screen, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and click it, check it out. Alright, and I will see you all next time.